boys and girls. It's Miss Heather and Pete the cat. This week we've been learning a little bit about frogs, and we read another story about frogs. So I wanted to read you one more story about frogs, and it's called It's Mine. The author of this story is Leo Lionni. What does the author do? Writes the words in our story, yes. And the illustrator of this story is also Leo Lionni. What does the illustrator do? Makes all the cool pictures in our story. That's right. Let's get started and read It's Mine. In the middle of Rainbow Pond, there was a small island. Smooth pebbles lined its beaches, and it was covered with ferns and leafy weeds. On the island lived 3 quarrelsome frogs named Milton, Rupert, and Lydia. Quarrelsome means that they fight a lot. They quarreled and quibbled from dawn to dusk. That means they fought from morning till night. It's not good. Stay out of the pond, yelled Milton. The water is mine. Get off the island, shouted Rupert. The earth is mine. The air is mine, screamed Lydia as she leaped to catch a butterfly. And so it went. Those 3 frogs are not very good at sharing, are they? One day, a large toad appeared before them. I live on the other side of the island, he said, but I can hear you shouting, "It's mine, it's mine, it's mine," all day long. There is no peace because of your endless bickering. You can't go on like this. With that, the toad slowly turned around and hopped away through the weeds. That big toad does not like to hear those frogs bickering. Bickering means fighting. No sooner had he left than Milton ran off with a large worm. The others hopped after him. "Worms are for everybody," they cried. But Milton croaked defiantly. Defiantly means like he's not gonna listen. "Not this one, it's mine." Suddenly, the sky darkened and a rumble of distant thunder circled the island. Rain filled the air, and the water turned to mud. The island grew smaller and smaller as it was swallowed up by the rising flood. The frogs were scared. It's flooding because it's raining so much. Desperately, they clung to the few slippery stones that still rose above the wild, dark water. But soon these too began to disappear. They're clinging to stones, but the stones are going to disappear under the water soon. There was only one rock left, and there the frogs huddled, trembling from cold and fright. They were scared. But they felt better now that they were together, sharing the same fears and hopes. Little by little, the flood subsided. The flood stopped and went away. The rain fell gently, and then it stopped altogether. They're sharing that one rock because they both, all three of the frogs, feel scared and hopeless because of the flood. Yeah, and now they learn to share that one rock. But look! The large rock that had saved them was no rock at all. "You saved us," shouted the frogs when they recognized the toad. The toad's bumpy back looked like a rock. Should we go back and I'll show you? See? And it was the toad all along. The next morning, the water had cleared. Sun rays chased silver minnows on the sandy bottom of the pond. Joyfully, the frogs jumped in, and side by side, they swam all around the island. They're swimming all together. Together, they leaped after the swarms of butterflies that filled the air. And later, when they rested in the weeds, they felt happy in a way that they never had before. "Isn't it peaceful?" said Milton. "Isn't it beautiful?" said Rupert. "And do you know what else?" said Lydia. "No, what?" asked the others. "It's ours." She didn't say mine, she said ours. And that is the end of our story. They learned to share and play together. What a great story. Pete the cat says bye.